Hello, class. As we move toward the home stretch in week 7, this is the second to last week. This is the time for you to revise your research paper. I have begun to grade them, so you may have received my comments. Whether you did or not, you can still begin to revise. There are 2 kinds of revision. There is global revision and local revision. So let's start with global. Global revision is when you think about your paper as a whole, when you look at the big picture and consider the overall organization and the overall argument. So read through your paper and ask yourself, can you state the overall argument in a sentence? Does your introduction grab the reader's attention and address that argument? Sometimes it's easier to see your paper's organization by looking at an outline. So I noticed some of you did not complete an outline, and it's a very important part of this process. So make sure you do that because it's a great help in seeing the overall structure of your paper. So local revision is in not looking at the big picture, but instead looking at particulars that you need to fix. So grammar errors, punctuation, word choice. So double check for grammar errors. I find a lot of run-on sentences in papers, and it's usually a comma splice, which means that writers use a comma where they should use a period and start a new sentence. So make sure you keep an eye out for those. You can fix a comma splice by starting a new sentence, or you could just insert a conjunction like and or but or yet. But you can't just use a comma to connect 2 independent clauses. So please look carefully for run-on sentences. Also, look back at the peer review we completed last week. You should have received a peer review from a classmate, so make sure you look through that because this is an important tool for revision as well. Look closely at the worksheet and fix where your reviewer says that there are weaknesses. So you are revising the paper yourself, you are looking at my comments about your paper, and you are considering your peer reviewer's comments about your paper. So you have lots of suggestions to work with here. Remember, the final draft of your paper is due Wednesday of next week. So please keep that in mind. Now, because you are revising your essays this week, there are fewer assignments to complete. So there's the discussion board and a quiz. For the discussion board activity, read the article posted in the module entitled "America Wasn't a Democracy Until Black Americans Made It One." This article is part of the 1619 Project, which has become rather controversial because some claim that it is unpatriotic to be critical of American practices. However, I think once you read this article, you'll see that this criticism is well deserved, and I think it can be a very productive form of criticism as well. So in any case, read that article. Think about the 1619 Project of which this essay is a part, and respond to the prompt on the discussion board of whether this project is unpatriotic or not. Then complete quiz number 7, which will ask you questions about this article. So I look forward to reading through your rough drafts. I will get them back to you as soon as I can. And if you have any other questions about your draft, or if you would like to talk about your rough draft with me, please email me. I'll be happy to meet with you and talk about your writing. So I'll see you there.